The Boys and Girls Club of Parkersburg got a donation of brand new furniture this morning. The clubhouse got 1 couch and 2 recliners from Aaron's rent-to-own Wednesday morning. Candace Black, the director of resource development, says they have not gotten brand new furniture for roughly 10 years. The furniture will be in the teen room. Up to 50 teens will be benefiting from the donation. Candace says this will let the kids be proud of their clubhouse.
Because when they're at school all day, those aren't very comfortable chairs, and we want to make sure that they're comfortable as possible, both physically and intellectually and emotionally when they're here. So that just kind of ties in all of those things rolling into what we do with our youth development programming.
The furniture is not the only donation Aaron's gave to the Boys and Girls Club. Our Logan Regenbaugh will have what the donation is and the kids' reactions later tonight.